I own an oil and gas lease in Texas. How do I prevent my wife from getting part of that revenue? Hi, I'm Eric Engel, a Dallas divorce lawyer with the Engel Law Group here in the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area. If you're trying to prevent your wife from getting a share of your oil and gas revenue, there are a couple things that you need to keep in mind. One, Texas is a community property state. This means that any asset that's acquired during the course of the marriage is considered community property. Two, how long have you been married? When the court's making a determination of whether or not to award property to one person or the other, the court's going to look at the character of the property. In other words, was the property acquired during marriage and is it community property and thus divisible to both parties, or is it separate property? Was it acquired outside the marriage or before the marriage? So in this case, for example, maybe your oil and gas lease, you got that before you got married. In this case, it would be separate property, which would likely not be subject to division. On the other hand, if you got the oil and gas lease while you guys were married together, then that would be divisible and it would be something that your wife would probably get a share of. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because you're thinking about getting a divorce and you're trying to figure out how much of your assets and your money your wife is going to get. These are the sort of problems that we deal with every day. If you find yourself in this situation, pick up the phone and give us a call. I'm Eric Engel. Thanks for watching my video.